Sometimes the Buddha reminds us to practice meditation to gain enlightenment. He said, if you not gain enlightenment, still the ordinary whirling person, so maybe you do the practice samatha meditation and gain jhana, practice the rupa jhana and arupa jhana, all the jhana, and you gain that. So you gain neva, sanyana, sanyarana, right? This jhana, arupa, fourth jhana, after you die, you will go to be reborn, the topmost. See that? It's chart, right? Neva, sanyana, the topmost. That place. So even if you are reborn in the topmost, neva, sanyana, sanya, yarana play. After your lifespan's over, you have to come down or sense fear. You will be reborn as a human being or as the deva in heaven. From then, maybe you go to the hell. It's not sure. Because you not gain enlightenment. For example, we take something, we throw it, right? When we throw it, as we have the strength, the power, we go up. And as the power is over, it come down. So what we need to do, we need to practice meditation, at least to close the door of woeful state. As the Sotapanna stream enter. And that's when you go plane by plane, it will be okay. It's not more than 7 lives. You will reach to, bring Nibbana. You become Arahant. So otherwise, it's just a whirling person. Even you born as Deva in heaven or the Brahma realm, even the topmost realm, in the future, it's not sure for you. So we need to practice meditation to gain at least first state of enlightenment. And to gain this, as the stream enterer, Sotapanna, at least what we have to do here. By this meditation, this person should be Tihetuka. Our relinking consciousness, rebirth consciousness, should be Tihetuka. Right? Tihetuka. Accompanied with non-attachment, non-aversion, non-delusion, alobha, adosa, amoha. And then you can gain enlightenment. Now we already know about the plane and consciousness. What plane, what thought process can occur, we already know that. Now I would like to go back to analysis of this person and citta. Just now we discussed about the person who are born in sense sphere. Now we go to if the form sphere and formless sphere, how different? How different? We have to look at the last page. Last page. No, it's the one we already. It's not new one. It's the old one. Right, the old one. For the form sphere, how many Buddhujana? We have 4 kinds of Buddhujana, right? The first one, Dukati, Ahetuka, cannot be there. Right? Cannot be born in the form sphere. How many form sphere you have here? 16, right? 16, okay. 16. Remember, do it the chart, 16. And for the Dugati Ahiduga, the being woeful state cannot be reborn at that form sphere. So don't have to think about that. For the Sugati Ahiduga, also cannot be reborn as the form sphere. No Brahma is the blind, deaf, right? No. So no Sugati Ahiduga person. And how about Sugati Dvihiduga person? Their linking consciousness is conditioned by two roots. No, two roots. Because they gain jhana. To gain jhana should be three roots, and you gain jhana. When they are reborn their form sphere, just a Tihiduga person. So the first Buddhajana, second, third, they don't have to. How about four? Sugati Tihiduga Buddhajana. So, or their rebirth consciousness is conditioned by three roots. Only one Buddhajana, right? Buddhajana. And for them, for the sense sphere, Tihiduka person, how many consciousness? How many consciousness? 54, right? Just 54, okay. Remember the 54. For the form sphere, from 10 akusala. Without aversion, right? Aversion. See that, right? For a sense sphere, you have 12 unwholesome consciousness. For a form sphere, Tihiduka person, no dosa, just 10 unwholesome consciousness. Right? 10, 10. Right is somewhere, no is somewhere, right? 10. And for the sense sphere, Tihiduka person, they have rootless consciousness 17, right? See that, right? 17. For them, for the form sphere person, Brahma, just 11. 11 subtracts Ghana, Vijnana, nose consciousness 2, tongue consciousness 2, body consciousness 2, right? Minus 6 from 17, right? So 11. Clear, right? 11. Because they don't have nose sensitivity, tongue sensitivity, and body sensitivity, as I explained just now. So rootless consciousness, 11. What's the 11th, though? You already know that, right? And sense sphere, wholesome consciousness, beautiful wholesome consciousness, 8. Yeah, 8. 8. This resultant consciousness cannot get us the rupa plane. We already discussed about that, right? For functional consciousness for Arahant only, you don't have to think about that. How about here? Rupa Vajara, wholesome consciousness, 5. Get it, right? Tihiduga. And formless sphere, wholesome consciousness, 4. Get it, right? So sublime, wholesome consciousness, 9. How many one? 10, 11, 8, 9, 38. See that, right? 38 type of consciousness can arise for a Tihiduka person who are born in form sphere. See that, right? 38. This means this. The most possibility, 38. If this person only gain first jhana, maybe just the second, third, you cannot get it, right? So possibly all wholesome, sublime, wholesome consciousness, 9. So for that person, 38 type of consciousness can arise in Tihiduka person who are born in form sphere form sphere. How about formless sphere? Formless sphere. Sphere 4, right? Formless sphere. The formless sphere, Tihetuka person, can be reborn at that place. For then, how many consciousness can have? Unwholesome consciousness, 10. Only 10, right? For who are born in ruleless consciousness without dosa, aversion, right? They have unwholesome consciousness, 10. And Manodara Vijana, the ruleless consciousness, only 1, right? Only Manodara Vijana, only 1. Right? Only 1. And sense sphere, wholesome consciousness, a. Right? A. And rootless, wholesome consciousness, 4. That's it. You cannot get this Sarupa because you don't have desires to, for a Rupa jhana, just 4. So altogether, 23. Yeah, 23. Unwholesome consciousness, 10. Manodara Vijana, mind adverting consciousness, 1. Sense sphere, wholesome consciousness, 8. Arupa, wholesome consciousness, 4. Altogether, 23. This 40 Hetuka person who are born in formless sphere. So, last week, I just talked normally for the whole Hetuka person, 63, it means we just, from 54, we just add this sublime consciousness 9, right? Now we classify as the detail. So go to Sotapaddi Hetuka, Sugati Hetuka, Sotapanna. For a stream enterer who are born in sense sphere, how many citta, how many consciousness? 50, right? 50. You already know that 50, right? For a form sphere, Sotapanna stream enterer person, how many consciousness we have here? Do you have unwholesome consciousness? How many one? Didigata Vipayuddha, 4. Right? And the last one, Udacha, restlessness, 1. Only 5. Unwholesome consciousness, only 5. For the stream enterer who are born in formless sphere. Who are born in some form sphere, right? Form sphere, only 5. 5, know that, right? 5. And how about rootless consciousness? How many one do you have? Yes, there are 6 from 17, right? 6 means nose consciousness 2, tongue consciousness 2, body consciousness 2. Take out 6 from 17, just the remaining 11. Right? 11, rootless consciousness. And wholesome, sense sphere wholesome consciousness, 8. Right? 8. And sublime wholesome consciousness, 9. If he gain jhana, right? If he not gain jhana, he will not get this sublime wholesome consciousness. So sublime consciousness, 8 or 9. And here stream enterer, right? Sotapaddi Phala Citta, fruit consciousness, 1. Right? Only 1. So for stream enterer who are born in form sphere, how many one? 34. 34. Right? 34 type of consciousness. 5 in unwholesome consciousness, 11 in rootless consciousness, and sense sphere wholesome consciousness, 8 sublime wholesome consciousness, 9, and fruit, just Sotapaddi fruit consciousness, 1. Sotapatti Phala Citta. Right? 34. For Sotapanna stream enterer who are born in formless sphere, how many one here? Unwholesome consciousness just remain the same, 5, right? Didikada Vipayutta 4 and Uddhacca, restlessness 1, and just only 5. And in rootless, among rootless consciousness, only 1. Mano Dwara Vijana. Mind or adverting consciousness, only 1. Right? Only 1. And sense sphere, beautiful, wholesome consciousness, right? If we're talking about the person who are born in rootless formless sphere, don't have to think about Rupa Vajara Chitta. Right? Didn't have desires to get this. So just formless, wholesome consciousness for, right? Rootless consciousness. Sotabadi Phala Citta, stream enterer, right? Sotabadi, fruit, sin consciousness, 1. Altogether, 19. From unwholesome consciousness, 5. And Manodara Vichana, 1. Sense sphere, wholesome consciousness, 8. Formless, wholesome consciousness, 4. And Sotapatti Phala Citta, 1. Altogether, 19 type of consciousness can arise to the stream enterer who are born in formless sphere. Okay, now go to the Sagragami. Sagragami, how many one was sense sphere for Anagami who are born in the sense sphere? Same with Sotabatti. The same, right? The same, so all the same. If you're talking about the form sphere, should be 34. Formless sphere, 19. The same is what we are all discussed right just now, right? And for Sugati Diheduga, Anagami, non-returner. Non-returner who are born in sense sphere, how many consciousness? 48. Okay. After you know 48, it's very easy for the form sphere and formless sphere. 48, right? 48. So among unwholesome consciousness, only 5. Right? Didikada, Vipayutta 4 and Uddhacca 1. Right? 5. Right? For form sphere. And how about rootless consciousness? Take out 6 from 17, right? Just 11, the same, 11. And sense sphere, wholesome consciousness, 8. And sublime, wholesome consciousness, 9. And Anagami, Phala Citta, 1. So altogether, 34, right? The same, 34. So when we're talking about Sagaragami, once returner, we are saying about the same with the Sotap or the stream enterer, but the last one should be different. For the stream enterer, should be Sotapatti Phala Citta, 1, right? For the once returner, should be Sagaragami Phala Citta, 1. Understand that, right? Just 1. Or the number is the same. And for Anagami, just the same, all the same. Just make it easy. For the Sotapat or stream enterer, for the one returner, for non-returners, for the form sphere and formless sphere, their consciousness the same. Right? The same. Understand that, right? Same. 34 for form sphere, 19 for formless sphere. Just substitute the last one. Instead of Sotabadi Phala Citta, just put in Anagami Phala Citta. Right? Here, the third one. Anagami fruit consciousness. Right? For Anaga, non-returner. So go to the last one. For Arahant. Arahant who are born in sense sphere, how many type of consciousness? 44, yes, 44. Among 44, for the form sphere, Arahant. So, Arahant, for Arahant, no wholesome consciousness, unwholesome consciousness for Arahant. So you don't have to think about this unwholesome consciousness, right? Just think about this the rootless consciousness here. For a rootless consciousness, all we have 18, right? 18. For a form sphere, take off. Nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, body consciousness, 6, right? The remaining rootless consciousness, 12. Right? For hands, the sense sphere, functional consciousness, A, right? A, and sublime functional consciousness, 9, and Arhata Phala Citta. Arhata Phala Citta, the last one. Arhata fruit consciousness, 1. Altogether, 30. And for a formless sphere, Arahant, among rootless consciousness, just only 1. Mano Dwara Vijana. Mind or adverting consciousness, 1. Sense sphere, functional consciousness, A, and rootless functional consciousness, 4, and Arhata Phala Citta, 1. Only 14 types of consciousness can arise for Arahant who are born in formless sphere. Right? I think it's clear, right? This for according to the person and consciousness, plane and consciousness, and in detail, what person, what plane, what consciousness can get it, something like that, So just for knowledge, you cannot find in other scripture except, it's the Abhidhamma. You cannot find in detail like this. Later on, we have to study, to start 31, plane of existence, when person die, what plane can be reborn again, something like that. Exactly. Why? Why not? So, for chapter 4, we finished it here. For chapter 4. Now we'll go to new chapter, chapter 5, right? Chapter 5. In chapter 5, I give to hand out a new one, right? Yes, chapter 5. This chapter 5, in Pali they call Viti Mutta. Viti is the thought process. Viti, right? Process. Mutta is free. Process free. Mutta. Yeah, M-U-T-T-A. Double T. Vittimutta. Because this the fourth chapter is talking about the thought processes, right? Thought processes, 5 standard thought processes and minor thought processes. This is talking about this mostly. So just remain about Vittimutta. What is the Vittimutta? 19 types of consciousness, right? Bhavanga, right? You know Bhavanga, right? It's talking about the Bhavanga, about the relinking, about the Bhavanga, about the duty. So this is the 5th chapter, where it's talking about the procedure of the rebirth. It is for process free, but not just the process free only. It's talking about the 4 plane of life. There are 4 plane of life, and the 4 kind of rebirth, the 4 kind of action, and the 4 kind of death. We will discuss in chapter 5. So, first of all, we have to study about 31 plane of existence, right? This cosmic system of Buddhism. Maybe some, region, they have heaven too. Maybe they don't have Brahma realm, just heaven, right? Brahma realm. So here, according to the cosmic system of Buddhism, you have 31 plane of existence. We will study, one by one. Very interesting, So many people come to ask me, do you believe God? They ask me that. So how about you think about God? So I just explained, we have not only one God, we have many gods. According to this cosmic system of Buddhism, Brahma is God, right? Brahma is higher than heaven. But it's not only one, you have many one. So you already get the chart, right? Okay. Do us the one by one, going slowly. Niraya. The first one, Niraya. Niraya is here, Niraya. Some just a hair. Niraya is a hair, right? Hair. Some they translate is the woeful state. No happiness. That's plain hair. No happiness. It's called Niraya in Pali. Woeful state, number 1. Right here. Niraya. And Niraya is located, this hair is located in the earth. The lowest existent plane. You have 31 planes. The hair is on the earth, the lowest plane. So sometimes Niraya, hair is in our heart, something like this. It depends what you want to talk. But according to the cosmic system of Buddhism, has in the earth is the lowest plane of existence. No happiness. That's why we call it the Niraya. And number 2, to Tirachana Yoni. See that, right? Tirachana Yoni. Animal kingdom. They are planes, not special, no special, just located the same level with our human world, animal as we see, right? Just animal kingdom, Trichana Yoni. Number 3, Peti Visaya. So the Peta sphere, hungry ghost, right? Hungry being. Yes, hungry ghost. That's a spirit, right? Hungry ghost. We call Peta. Some even they don't believe ghosts exist, we can find stuff, many where ghosts. The Peta Visaya, Peta sphere.